2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Fingers look modified? Won't you rub your fingers? Fingers. Fingers down my spine. Girl, you look modified. Won't you rub your fingers down my spine? Girl, you look modified.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello, everyone. How are we doing this evening? Oh, we got quite a few people. Looks like we got Bella, 46, Sayer, Dory. How are y'all doing? How is it going this evening? And Justin, of course. Welcome, Justin. Got a new gaming laptop and an Elgato. Very nice. I feel like I remember you telling me that. I think you got it yesterday. It's pretty cool. It's exciting. Exciting stuff. So yeah, how are you all doing this evening? Mondays, man. Mondays. You know, I try to make Mondays, try to go counter, you know, across the grain, try to make Mondays a positive thing, but sometimes you can't fight gravity. Oh, you know what? I can log in and get the closed captioning again. I was having issues with it, but hold on. I should be able to, might have to log in again, but that's okay. For some reason, it forgot my my credentials, and so I got to enter them again. But last time I did this, oh, you know what? The only reason why it got rid of it is because I cleared everything to do some testing for the website. Take a look at that in a second. Okay. Test. Okay. Closed captioning should be up now. And Chef in the house. Let's see here. Doing good. I am in a bidding war for some mystery bags because I have a problem. Oh, 46. It's been a while since I've heard that from you. Some mystery bags. We're throwing it back. Chef says, "Hey bro, I'm currently hanging out with my family, so I can't stay long in the stream, but I'm wishing you lots of love and success. Have a good stream, brother." Thanks, Chef. That means a lot to me, man. Yeah, Chef is a really cool guy. He's a fellow streamer. If you want to have a very chill place to hang out, make sure you check out our friend Chef. And what a bro, gifting a sub as well. So hey, Chef.
Thank you for the sub. Wow.
Thank you, Chef. Very much appreciated, my man. We'll catch you soon. And thank you for stopping by. The chef is here. Indeed, the chef is here. Started trying to play again yesterday. My old habits are back. That's good. That's good. We like a 46 who plays Animal Crossing. Just to make sure I don't add an extra 0. Yeah, be careful out there, 46. Be careful. So what was I saying? Before I got off track there because of kindness. Blasted kindness. So yeah, Mondays, man. Sometimes you try to fight it. but you can't fight gravity some days. Just one of those Mondays where I'm lacking motivation. That's just how it is, but Tuesday will be a better day. Some news before we jump into the last two episodes of The Lion Song. We hope you can join us on Saturday for our Halloween stream. We're going to have the moderators on there, and we are going to do some candy tasting. We have candies from all over the world, and we are going to be ranking them live on stream. We did a little bit of testing today for that stream, and it went very well, so hope to see you there for that. It's going to be this Saturday at 11 a.m. That way, if you have anything going on in the afternoon, you can still attend those festivities. And then we're going to watch a movie in the Discord afterwards, so hope to see you there. But without further ado, let's get into the Lion Song. So, let me catch up those of you who may have missed yesterday's stream. So, The Lion Song is a narrative-based game, an indie game. Very moving game so far. It's a very emotional experience, and this is, I know Justin and I have had, well, I've probably discussed with many of you before, but I've had this conversation about video games being art. And I would definitely classify this as one of those games. So each episode of The Lion Song tells a tale from a different person's perspective, and each episode is loosely connected to each other. So the first episode we followed, I believe her name was Wilma, and she was a composer, plays violin, and it was her experience going to a cabin by herself and trying to find inspiration for her new composition. And then based on the decisions we made, that was the song that was created. The second one followed an artist, a painter with the last name Markert. And he was trying, his was more, he sees people in a different way, and he looks into their layers, as he calls them, to try and paint his subjects as accurately as possible, with all of, all of their layers of personality, essentially. And what it came down to was it was a story of him actually finding himself, which was kind of touching. So I don't know what we have in store for episodes 3 and 4, but we'll find out. And Justin, with the big donation, $17.94. According to the CNBC, this is the average price of a case of beers in Minnesota. Now we have Danny. I figure you and Mrs. RJ deserve a cold one for yourselves. Much love. Well, Justin, thank you so much, man. That means a whole lot to me. Totally not necessary, but obviously appreciated, my dude. Thank you so much. And of course, we got to do a little bit of this for you.
There you are for the
Thank you so much, Justin. And let's do a little shout out here for our friend. Justin is a fellow streamer. He is a very relaxed, chill guy. Very easy stream to listen to. And Justin, I mean this completely as a compliment, but I regularly will listen to your streams as I'm taking an afternoon nap because your voice is that soothing. It has nothing to do with your level of interest. It is just very calm listening. So go give our friend a follow. He has the smoothest voice on all of Twitch, and he's the most interesting man on Twitch, without a doubt. But looks like we have a redemption for Feed Clem a mealworm, so let's do that real quick before we hop into the game. I'm going to hide from these compliments. Justin, just accept it. We like you. Clem. Would you care for a worm? Might have to coax her out a bit. Glam. Here. There you go. Good job. Good job. She is very cute. Very cute. Oh, wrong scene. Wrong scene. And yes, that is two little cats on my screen. So, for those of you who haven't seen on the Discord, I've kind of been working on a little side project. I streamed a little bit of it the other day. I'm working on a stream archive website. And, as a part of that, I'm trying to make it into like a 90s style website. And there I found a website that archived all of the GIFs from GeoCities. I can share that in the Discord, but it has a bunch of cool GIFs on it. And I actually found those two on there. Oh, okay, I was muted apparently. Thank you. Thank you. I must have accidentally tapped it when I moved the mic. Sorry, what I was saying was, yeah, I've been working on the website in my spare time, and I'm having a lot of fun because it brings me back to kind of like my high school days. I spent a lot of time working on HTML websites. I'm starting to familiarize myself with it again. HTML has changed quite a lot since the last time I used it, last time I did any of that. So it's a learning process for me, but it's fun making shitty websites in that classic GeoCities 90s style. I'm having a lot of fun with it. So, without further ado, let's hop into episode 3 of the Lion Song. So remember, our first two episodes were from Wilma and Mark Kurt's point of view. This one is going to be from a different character's point of view. Turn this down on my side because it's making my ears bleed. Vienna Central Station. I think this is a train. My train. This is my train. You're drunk. Yes? We're all drunk. That is... What is your point? We've been drunk for hours. Didn't you notice? Here, now, what's this? We're seeing our friend Theodore off. We've been saying goodbye since... what is today? He's not going anywhere unless he boards the train. Would you like some help with the steps, sir? Leave me be. I'm perfectly capable of climbing a couple of steps. Bye, chums. Ooh, he is inebriated. Is the train moving? Ha 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 ha. What a story, Mark. Ta-da! Would you like to take your suitcase with you, sir? Very well, if you insist. All aboard. All aboard for Wiener Newstead? Vina? Whenever I do these voice games, or well, not voice games, games that are heavily text-based that don't narrate for you, I need to have like a gallon of water here for my poor throat. Yeah, the art style is really awesome for this. It kind of seems like almost like a top-end Game Boy game. Obviously, none of them were able to achieve graphics quite like this, but it's kind of just has like those limited color palette. Kind of reminds me of it in that sense. Earlier that afternoon. Excuse me, I'm looking for the radius. I'm not sure I understand, madame. The mathematician's circle. I'm working on this theory of maintained... And what would a young woman like you want with such an august group of gentlemen? I'm a mathematician. My theory, it's about... A woman mathematician? Are you indeed? I am Archduke Franz Ferdinand. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I must see Professor Zoller. He is expecting me. He's expecting you. Here? Oh, a woman in math. What a hilarious idea. Now, while the radius is in session, I doubt that very much. But, madame, this is a cafe. There are patrons lining up behind you to eat. In that case, I would also like to eat. Please show me to a table. Certainly. If you will step to one side, I will see to these people who have been waiting so patiently. Then I will seat you. I've gotten the bag's time to see what my losses look like. I don't know what that is. I hope you understand that was a thick layer of sarcasm I was throwing onto that comment. And not my true beliefs. Oh. There's doors. Door with peculiar sign. The lavatories. Okay. Should I go in? I doubt the radius meets in here. Okay. Well, the circle sign makes more sense. The radius. No one solved it this week. Have you forgotten theorem? Madame, you cannot be in here. This is a private gathering. Oh, I can see how this episode's gonna go. I am here at Professor Zoller's invitation. You must be mistaken. These are mathematicians. As am I. Please announce me. My name is Reknizek. Is game volume okay for you guys? I haven't been paying very close attention to that. Once you understand that the solution is child's play, it holds back my feminism. I think you're going to have to do that a lot this chapter from the way things are looking. Yes, we have dined. You know better than mumbles. Reknizek, I don't recall. Professor Zoller, I am a mathematician like you. I wrote to you regarding Den's recent proof about Hilbert's third problem. There is some mistake. This is a private discussion of higher mathematicians. Thank you for the lurk, Dory. I appreciate it. My letter. Name-dropping, young woman, is not going to get you anywhere. Mathematics is a complex subject entirely unsuitable for women. Your brains are domestic, not logical. Please escort this woman, waiter, and see that we are not interrupted again. There, you see? Do you want to get me fired? Please leave at once. Mathematician like me? Yeah. You got a cardboard box. I distinctly remember an incident with cardboard boxes in U46. I think the audio bounce is good. The game sound seems quick to me. I'm Nicole. I've just moved in to the suite on the 4th floor. What is your name? Ooh, I bet this is the Nicole that is Leos's niece from episode 1. Emma Reknizek. I live behind that door you're blocking. My parents are in France. I hate my governess, Frau Schmoll. That's all there is to know about me. Let's be nice to her. I'm sure that isn't all there is to know about you. Well, I'm 9 and my parents are always gone. My father travels all the time for work, and my mother goes with him. Why don't you go too? They say I'm not strong enough, and I need to keep up with my studies. Nicole, it's time for your music lesson. I need to go before Frau Schmoll finds me. It was very nice meeting you. I'm glad you will be my friend. I love how the screen fades in and out with the pixels kind of closing in on each other. Sir, hello, Sir Raging. Hello, Sir Flo. A tip of the fedora to you, good sir. How are you doing this evening? She's got the love she always deserved in recent years, but I'll have to put some Ada Lovelace stuff in the Science Channel Discord. Yes, I would love that, Justin. You know, another person who recently got some love who maybe didn't get as much early on that I've been reading a lot about is Alan Turing. That is another interesting individual who was not given due credit in their time because of, shall we say, societal hang-ups. It's very sad. There's a movie with Cumberbatch in it that's lovely about Alan. Ooh, what's the name of that, Bella? I'd be really interested in watching that. Yeah, God, he had a grim and cruel life handed to him by the rest of us. I agree. It's depressing seeing like how a lot of our scientists and artists were treated in their time. I mean, like, for instance, Nikola Tesla. Or is it Nikola? But either way, Tesla. I mean, he died without a penny to his name, and I mean, there's so many stories of great people in our history who had an unfortunate end like that. You can visit Bletchley Park. I've done it a couple of times. Worth your time. The Imitation Game. Well, I will need to look into that. A state of change can be maintained. I'm sure of it. But how can I prove it? Ugh. Mathematician like me? Ah. Yes, I am just a woman, but I have a new idea. No one will listen. No one cares. It's the beginning of the proof. I know it is. There has to be a solution. Is there anything else we can look to here? Hello, Emma. Yes. Package for Emma Reknazek. That is me, thank you. From the hospital. A letter. Dear Fraulein Reknazek, we regret to inform you that your father, Jan Reknazek, succumbed to tuberculosis early Friday morning. Oh no. As you are aware, his illness was not responding to treatment, and this is the inevitable outcome. We wanted to assure you that he passed peacefully in his sleep. And just the previous evening, his thoughts were of you. We know you share our belief that he has gone to a better place, where his suffering is finally at an end. As you know, your father requested his clothing and personal effects be kept for you. We have therefore included them in this box. You have our sincere condolences for your loss. In sympathy, Johann Klinger, Senior Physician, Sanatorium, Salzburg, Austria. Oh no. It's your fault, Father. You raised me to believe in myself. You believed in me, but now you are gone. What good is it if no one else does? This is gonna be an emotional episode. I need to put his things away. The next morning. I can't make any headway. It's no use. I have to get to the library. I'm late already. Maybe I could think more clearly if I wasn't drowning in memories. Papa. I don't know how to continue. Another chair. Hello, Emma. I know the art on a lot of these cutscenes is just beautiful. Let's go to the cafe first, since it's an option. Then we'll go to the library. And this is similar to the second episode, where we're kind of able to move freely about Vienna. The first one was the only episode that we didn't have that mechanic. Yes, madame? I would like to dine. Of course, I will show you to a table. I'm not going to push my luck at this point. They're socialists, judging by their looks. Doesn't that kind of look like Vladimir Lenin right there? Yes, indeed they do. They do indeed all have mustaches. This could indeed be the correct beginning, but how to continue? How can I observe functions of change? Maybe I have to reverse my approach. No. Apparently not. I'm returning Boy's Own Adventures. Oh, I didn't realize we were the librarian. It was so exciting. Pirates and soldiers and mountain climbers. Your book is overdue, young man. That will be 2 kronen. Sorry. Thank you. Good day. A small boy swallowed some coins and was taken to the hospital. When his grandmother came to see how he was, a nurse said, "No change yet." Ha ha ha. Why can't I see it? A state of change. That's like... a full-speed train with the brakes on? It's a fitting image. Excuse me, is this a good book on gardening? My roses are being difficult. Oh, Justin, people have. Oh, you mean at that. Yes, you got a freebie. The Art of the Formal Garden by Carl Dorn. Yes, madame. Professor Dorn is a noted botanist. Lesai. Nothing I try is correct. I just don't know how to continue. Could I have a redemption to cancel Bella's redemption? All right, you asked for it. But, of course... Where did Snas go? There he is. Snas was taking a nap on the ground. Had a little bit too much witch's brew. Oh, 46, just in time for a dad joke. All right, Snas, what do you have for us today? I got a real knee slapper for you today. You like science, kids? Oh, well, we do, Snas. Do you have a science joke for us? What do you do to dead chemists? You bury them! Ha! Ha! You know, like the element? Thanks, Snas. That will be all for now. Your joke, it was very funny. As I'm sure you can tell by my riotous laughter. Better be careful. There's only like 407 jokes left in that book. Don't spend them all at once. Let's see if he'll sit up here. Need a fun for ventriloquism classes. I wonder if there's a skeleton ventriloquist dummy. I'm almost sure there is. Justin, can you do a little research? Okay. Almost done with work for the day. Maybe I should get something to eat and just try again tomorrow. Well, 46, since there's about, well, how many are there in there? We've redeemed like 3, so there's 408 jokes left. 408 times 2,000. Some food from the market should change things. My desk, not much else to it. I'll quickly put these away. Half an hour later. That's the row for books on biology. He's reading a physics book. We shall head to the market. Only a meager 816,000 moolah points to redeem the entire book. Huh. I could have sworn this was the way to the market. It wouldn't do for a lady of my age to go and to enter unaccompanied. I wonder. Oh, the plot thickens. Women can't be mathematicians. Is it possible I could fool them? But how could I? Are we going the Mulan route? Father, your clothes. You left them to me. Oh, Father, you left them to me. Ooh, things are getting interesting. Somehow I'll make a man out of you. Ba-da-ba-ba. Let's get down to business to write our theory. Yes, the soundtrack is absolutely glorious for Mulan. Has anyone seen the new one? What do y'all think of it? I did not partake. I put Papa's clothes in the wardrobe. Maybe the radius will help me if I pose as a man. The wardrobe. It's shit. Oh, no. I mean, it's one of those things I feel like a lot of times when Disney try to go the live action route with their classics, it just, oh, there's no songs? What? Well, that just kind of ruins it. What the hell? Why are there no songs in it? I can use them to pose as a male mathematician and finally get access to the radius. Let's see. These pants will do nicely. This will look sharp. Yes. These will make me harder to recognize. Which jacket should I wear? I feel like the one that's going to be the baggiest is probably the best. I refuse to wear that old thing. Okay, I guess it's this one. There's still something missing. Let's go with the top hat. And then let's do a pullover as well. Oh, that'll get too hot. I'll start sweating and I won't be able to take anything off. I don't think that fits the outfit. Tie. Excellent. That should do. Okay. It needs the songs, man. Also, there's no Mushu. What? I did hear the Mushu part, which was supremely disappointing. I couldn't bring myself to after they shafted cinemas. Also, I've heard other people say that say exactly that. I also remember hearing there's a bit of political turmoil behind it and the lead actress. Now, I can't knowledgeably speak to it, so I shan't, but I read a little bit about it. I think it felt I think I felt it more strongly. I think I felt it more strongly as the original is so special to me. And Mulan was my favorite princess because I was a young feminist and Asian as well. I love Mulan. That is one of the Disney movies I saw in theaters, and it was awesome. You know what's fun? You know how it's like weird you remember very specific, like weird specific things? I can remember going to see Mulan, and we would smuggle in candy so we didn't have to buy stuff there. And okay, the dumbest thing to bring to a movie theater, but I did it anyways. Do you remember those jugs of bubble gum that's powder, and you like pour it into your mouth and start chewing the powder and it turns to gum? That's what I brought there. Why? I don't know, but it's a weird thing I remember. I could shape my hair to look like sideburns. Hello. Who? Oh my gosh. Okay, I think this is the mathematician from episode 2. We tried painting them, and then I suggested they strip to paint them, and they got super offended and left. No wonder why they wouldn't. Because they are concealing their identity. Oh, it's all coming together now. Hey, Burrito. Hey, Valor. How are you two doing? It's just strange. It's just strange thing that Disney nailed that animation conveys emotion for their whole history. These remakes are adding nothing. Yeah, I agree. My sister and I would smuggle in Tim Hortons coffee in her purse. Strategy to support the sides so they didn't fall. Hello, Emil. Tomorrow I'll leave the Radius speechless. And we have yet another night of slumber. The next day. Now, the Radius will receive a meal. Good afternoon, sir. I believe you are new to our cafe. How can you tell? Oh, I never forget a face. Extraordinary. Well done. How may I assist you? I am Emil, Shell, a visiting mathematician from Berlin. I was told I must introduce myself to the gentleman of the Radius. Berlin, how wonderful. Unfortunately, you are the first to arrive. Surely there would be no objection to my waiting in the back room. My dear sir, of course you are welcome to wait for them in the back room. Do you see the door? Ah, the Radius, yes. Very clever. Ha! I thank you. However, you might have to wait quite a while for the Radius to arrive. Perhaps you might want to come back later. Oh, perhaps I will. Did you see those Timbit Christmas trees I sent? I did not. I have to pass some time until the members of the Radius arrive. Reknizek, always messing with my system. Excuse me? Yes, what is it? I was wondering whether you have the book. Elusive Epsilon. Yes, we have it, but unfortunately I can't seem to find it at the moment. Anything else? I was wondering if you have the book Tricky Trigonometry. I'm sorry, we don't have that one. It's complicated. Anything else? I'm wondering whether you have the book Every Week a Problem. 52 mind-bending problems for a mathematical mind. We had it, but unfortunately it's Lent. Anything else? How are you today? Fine. But my colleague, I wish he didn't mess with my system all the time. Very careless. Maybe I can help. I don't think so, unless you can see how the system is supposed to work. It all seems random. I don't see how. Well, don't worry about it. Anything else? How are you today? Fine. But my colleague, I wish he didn't mess with... Oh, I said that already. Okay. Oh. I'm just browsing. Fine, but please do so quietly. That's the row for the books on chemistry. Have you heard the one about a chemist who was reading a book about helium? He just couldn't put it down. Haha, another free dad joke. Yes, she's the coworker that he's slamming right now. What's the name of the first electricity detective? Sherlock Holmes. Oh. Beyond Good and Evil? That's the row for the books on biology. What do you call a fish that operates on brains? A neurosturgeon. Ayy, got him. Oh, and Kate redeemed O'Reilly. I shall return. It's Riley. Say hi to everyone. You're just doing that because you want to be put down. I know it. You can't fool me. He's already trying to bolt. Hey. People like seeing you. Yeah, Chef, this is Riley. One of our two chonky boys. The lack of crying feels weird. Are you just gonna hide in my arms? He's hiding. Should I let you go? Okay. I don't know if Star Wars fans noticed, but we have a baby Yoda over here. Kate got that this weekend. He's chilling on the futon. I'm gonna go grab... Kate brought some food, so I'm gonna go grab that and then eat that while we're playing, so I'll be right back again. Thank you. Okay. And we're back. So I apologize in advance for my eating noises. DQ. I have some lovely Dairy Queen chicken tenders with fries and country gravy. Bon appetit. So. Yes. Indeed, BQ. On the bright side, this game doesn't involve a whole ton of movement, so... Just 8 chicken nuggets, spicy. Where'd you get them from, Chef? Were they the new McDonald's ones? I'm not really interested in theater. There's enough dress up in my life as is. The kitchen is of no interest to me. Well, I'm trying to get you to the radius. This seat is very clean compared to the others. I can't stand sitting. The problem of the week. Keeping their minds active. With puzzles posted by Zoller, no doubt. Intriguing. And this week it's about the origin of the number pi. Pi. No. I must prove myself by solving this. Pi. The radius. I have no idea what this is. Not entirely sure what I'm doing here. Wait. If I picture it like that, then it becomes fairly obvious. Pi is the key to the circle. Yes. No, I tell you, that won't work either. The Euler method only works up to a certain point. Oh, Wendy's. Okay. McDonald's did apparently, not apparently, I've read what Bella said. They did recently release spicy chicken McNuggets, and I've heard mixed results on them. You never agree with me. Zoller himself couldn't find anything. What have we here? A visitor. You must forgive me, gentlemen. I hope that what I have written here can serve as a calling card. It can indeed, sir. That is quite remarkable. Gernot Zoller at your service. And you are... My name is Emil Schell from the Friedrich Wilhelms Universität in Berlin. I thought I knew most of the fellows at the University of Berlin, but please feel welcome, sir, to the Radius. You obviously belong. Oh, hello. Please. Oh, am I taking a seat now? The strangely deformed seat. Chef with the redemption. This is where I transform from man to janitor. My God. What is it? Oh, no, it's nothing. Oh, how disappointing. That is an impressive buttock imprint. Shell, what's so interesting about my chair? Oh, nothing. Sorry. Well, what am I supposed to do? Ah, Shell. What? Tell me, do you know many lecturers at the Berlin University? Do you keep in touch with them? Some of them. But I was always very... Do you know Robert Koch? I'm just asking because... never mind why. Do you know him? No, I'm sorry. Oh, that's a shame. Robert Koch. I should look into that name when I get the time. In case it's important for my ruse. I myself attended the Berlin University, studied under the great Karl Weierstrass himself, a gifted man. And me, of course, his best student. There were others. That Russian woman. What woman? She wasn't even allowed to audit classes, but never mind that. You must surely know of Weierstrass as well. Father of modern analysis, they call him. Weierstrass. I better learn more about my colleagues in Berlin. Of course, but... So you see, I am very selective about the Radius memos. So, Herr Schell, you are a professor at the Berlin University. Well, of course you must be, but probably very new to it. Actually, or a supply teacher. Herr Zoller. Harumph. What is it? I would like to talk about my theory. Fine. Let's hear it. Functions of change in conjunction with time and states. Curious. That sounds a lot like my own work. Well, I cannot deal with such distractions at this time. I need to work on my own theories, but do ask the other members. They need the challenge. The power that hat holds. Some say it is like opening the Ark of the Covenant. Do not stare too deeply, my friends. For its power may consume you. Good day, my name is Emil Schell, and you are? Good day, Herr Schell. My name is Stefan Nenner. You said you are from the University of Berlin? Yes, that is correct. So are you a lecturer as well? I teach at the University of Vienna in the mathematics facility. I look forward to comparing notes. Gladly. Snore. They are arguing. I don't want to intrude. Let me introduce myself. My name is Emil Schell. You need to... Pleasure to make your acquaintances, Herr Rauch. Cough. What's your field of expertise? Complex analysis? Number theory. I'm looking for help with my current thesis. Topic: functions of change in conjunction with time and states. Not my area of expertise. A prime combination. Your fields of expertise. Prime? No. It's a picture of the members of the Radius. An empty fireplace. Someone drew a pie in the ashes. I'm looking for help with my current thesis. What are you working on? Functions of change. I'm looking into change states in these kinds of functions. Intriguing, but I don't think I can be much help with that. My focus is on discrete mathematics, on moving parts of constant systems. Who's the man sleeping in the corner? That's Ilric, the doctor in our circle. Why is he sleeping? It was subtle at first. He just fell asleep one time and no one noticed. And now he feels so at home here that he just falls asleep every afternoon. We've known him for so long, we don't really mind. About the two fellows arguing. Nikik and Worm. Excuse me? Those are their names. The one on the left is Nikik. They don't seem to get along very well. Don't worry, they fight a lot. What about math, mostly? Tell me about Zoller. What about him? Is he the founder of the Radius? Yes, along with Elric and Roch. How did the Radius come to be? Well, as far as I know, Zoller was looking for like-minded people, sort of elite mathematicians, the best of the best, to exchange opinions and theories on all topics mathematical. He had heard about a circle of mathematicians in London, so he decided to found one himself here in Vienna. His Majesty was intrigued and agreed to fund the Radius, as long as it led to mathematical progress. Elric and Roch were quick to join, as were several others, and over time Worm, then Nikik, then I joined as well. Roch seems taciturn. He wasn't always. He actually has quite a brilliant mind. But he's a horrible teacher. Don't tell him I said that. What do you teach exactly? I teach discrete mathematics. I also taught a short lesson on something really interesting a few weeks back about a process called a Markov chain. I try to broaden the horizon of my students every now and then with new theories. What's a Markov chain? So glad you asked. No one around here seems to be interested in discussing new theories anymore. A Markov chain, as Markov himself describes it, is a process where one state transitions to another with the probability of the next state depending purely on the current one. That sounds related. Consider a drunkard walking on a numbered line. Each step, he either moves forward by one or backwards by one. So, the next step or state depends only on his current position, and not where he has stumbled already. Correct. Very interesting. I find it curious that you would find this theory interesting, since you mentioned before that your focus is on discrete mathematics. Just because that is my area of expertise doesn't mean I don't enjoy dabbling in all things mathematical. With varying degrees of success. Ha ha ha. Take care. You too, Shell. Well, I feel like we've got a lead now. That related to, I came here looking for help, but these mathematicians, I'm not certain they can help. If they can't, what will I do? Hope my masquerade isn't a waste of time. He reminds me of Remus Lupin. That's a good comparison. Ahem. Well. Thank you for holding the door. I took a rather large bite. I trust your visit with the Radius was rewarding, Airshell. If I could not remember how I was treated, I would not know to mimic you. Every change in behavior occurs over time. I'm afraid I don't understand mathematics. You are exactly right. It is mathematics. What is your name? Maurice, sir. Maurice, yes, of course, it would be. All matres are named Maurice. Maurice, you are a genius. If only my parents had seen that. Poor Maurice. It's much too hot in here dressed like this. Quick now. I must write this down. Days ago, I would not have known what the ladies at the cafe expected of me, but just now I remembered the gentleman who once opened the door for me. My behavior changed, and that change transpired over time. Every change occurs over time. That's it. Of course. Apparently I have to go out as a meal. Oh, let's just change into me. Intense math music. Ah, yes, I figured it was her. Emma, am I interrupting? No, of course not. Today you look much happier. Today I am happier, Nicole. How are you? The same. I'm always the same. Have your parents returned? No, they've gone on to Sweden. Nicole, it is time for your history lesson. History. I hate history. It never changes. Nicole. Days later. Change happens over time. Let's go to the market first. Madame, how can I help you? I would like to buy some meat. Let's get some lean meat. 1 chicken, please. All right, I've got a chicken. Let's get some vegetables to go with it. Pretty lady, anything for you? What do you have on sale? Everything. 46 would approve. A kilo of potatoes, please. Stocking up on them taters. Fine lady such as yourself would surely be interested in some exquisite ointments, yes? What exactly are you selling? I sell all kinds of useful things. Cures, ointments, and curiosities. The lady might be interested in these eye drops. They make the pupils of the eyes dilate. It is deemed very attractive. The lady could certainly benefit. Excuse me? No disrespect was meant. The noblest of intentions. I only wish to help the lady become, well, more. I am not interested. My mother used such drops, and she nearly went blind. Good call. The lady could benefit from such exquisite drops. Well, if you're not going to buy anything, please make room for customers that do. Excuse you? I also have a bad feeling that that was a real thing. I would not doubt it. Let's work at the library for a little bit. All right, now Emma, concentrate. Every change occurs over time, so to preserve a state in that change, I need to know how it's changing, is my guess. But I will tell you, I am no math whiz, so this is probably going to be one of my weaker chapters. It's a good thought, but I'm missing something else. All right, try something else. To preserve a state and change... Do you have Freud's jokes and their relation to the unconscious? Yes, of course. It should be in the psychology section. What about... oh, yes. 3 essays on the theory of sexuality. There's a waiting list for that one. May I have your name? My name? Oh, never mind. I feel like I just kink-shamed him. I should try another approach to preserve a state in a change. I need to slow it down. Perhaps? Where and how? What am I missing? Alright, try something else. How are you today, Frau Recknezek? Oh, B. Herr Wittgenstein. I heard about your father. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. Sorry, I gotta clear my throat. This always happens after I eat. The scientific name of deadly nightshade, Atropa belladonna, is proof of its widespread use as a beauty product. Belladonna in Italian means beautiful woman, and became attached to the plant due to the trend of Italian Renaissance women using eye drops concocted from nightshade to dilate their pupils as wide doe-like eyes that were a prized beauty ideal of the era. Ah, well, let me tell you something, and I'm sure you kids know this already, but your eyes dilate or constrict for very specific reasons. One of them being to protect your eyes from bright light. So, I can only imagine that if you're purposefully dilating your eyes and then going out into public without sunglasses, which I'm sure these women did not have, you could probably go blind from that, which is exactly why When the doctors dilate your eyes for an eye procedure, you have to wear huge glasses the day afterwards. So yeah, I could definitely see how you go blind from doing that. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for that tidbit. That was very interesting. It's so funny what we do to achieve what we think is beauty. You're back from Manchester, only for a few days. I wanted to return to Russell's Principles of Mathematics and Friedrich Grundensätze der Arithmetik. Were they helpful? I've only read Friedrich's book. At first, I believed the books were in conflict. While I was in England, I studied them again and again. I almost gave up on them. It wasn't until crossing the channel after putting both books down for a while that I began to see the commonalities. If only I could find the right words to describe you, what that felt like. If you don't know how to talk about it, maybe you shouldn't. Ha. Whereof one cannot speak, thereof one must be silent. A good philosophy, Frau Recknezek. Good day to you. Good day, Herr Wittgenstein. That must have hurt so much to walk around on a sunny day. Yeah, exactly. I had to Google. Yeah, I would have had to Google as well. The change in his thinking came from observations. Ooh, we're having an epiphany. At first, he was too close, but then... he changed his perspective. When did Ludwig see the commonalities between the two books? I can't remember even. That's not it. When did he notice the change? Ooh, that's it. His change of mind came about in a few hours between Dover and Calais. A change can only be observed in a certain time frame. I need to go home and write this down. This is so interesting to me. I'm so glad that they put in a section about mathematics because, and I don't know like how accurate this is for like a mathematician, but it's interesting to have a perspective of how someone with a mind like that works through these problems. Because my mind does not function the way a mathematician's does. Pardon me. I'm looking for an address. Salvatore Gas 23. Am I headed in the right direction? Yes, you are. The building is just there. You know someone who lives there? Yes, my niece Nicole. Oh my gosh, it's Leos from episode 1. He's such a nice guy. I visited her a couple of times before, but I still get lost in the city. Ah, I know her. She's not just a neighbor, she's my friend. She's my friend. I try to spend as much time with her as I can. That is very kind of you, madame. I'm so glad Nicole has a friend. Thank you. Please tell me, how is she? Is she happy? Let's be honest with him. To be honest, no. You are her uncle, you say? To be honest, no. My sister and her husband travel a great deal. Are they looking after her? I've never seen them. Oh dear, I was afraid of that. I must see her and see what I can do. Thank you. Of course, let's go. Leos is a sweetheart. Through and through. Very much worth watching the VOD, Bella, to see him. Hey, there's our food from before. Wittgenstein's thinking changed. You observe the change in a given time frame. A change can only be observed in a given time frame. Of course, I can only see a falling leaf while it is still falling. Time to impress the radius. Can I eat my delicious food that I got? Apparently not. Just some clothes. I think it's historically accurate as far as how science was treated at the time. Scientific arts. Yeah, that's, you almost wonder, like, would it be better to treat it that way now? Would it be more respected? I don't know, but people don't have, I shouldn't say people don't have, a large deal of people don't have respect for science anymore, which is lay sad. I don't think either are especially respected, to be honest. You're probably right, Justin. Sneaking in some imagery there, Bella, I see. The Euler method only works up to a certain point. Nonsense. You've probably just made a mistake somewhere. Why you? Again, no one can solve the problem? Ah, Shell. Why don't you try your luck with this week's problem? Zoller is making them harder every week. Well, of course. So, get to it. We're trying to find correlations between primes. Numerology. Not my strong suit. It's an idea, but non-conclusive. The corners that aren't prime, maybe not. There's something here. Sometimes these straight lines appear almost as if the numbers have a certain pattern to them. I think they do. He's got it! If I extrapolate, is that a new method to find primes? It looks conclusive. So again, gentlemen, our guest from Berlin triumphs. The luck of the Germans is with him. Nonsense, our colleague has a gift. That is clear. I agree. It's quite remarkable. Gentlemen. It is only in your company that I flourish. Is he trying to ridicule us? No, you misunderstand. He might have already. You just didn't notice. I assure you. From the hospital, sir. Gentlemen, you must excuse me. Are you coming down with something there? What? I'm healthy. I just had a Cheeto in my throat. Air Shell, would you like to join me outside? Some Sachetort and coffee, perhaps? My treat. Certainly. Whoops, headset gone. Actually, you know what? I can probably have this down here. I just need to be able to hear alerts. I've had one stuck there for 4 years. How do you think we feel, Justin? All in good fun. What was that all about back in the radius? Zoller's sister is terminally ill with tuberculosis. I am truly sorry to hear that. My father died of it. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. Father always encouraged me, believed in me. I became a mathematician because of him. I'm glad he did. I got to meet you because of him. I am intrigued by your notions of change, states of change, and the collapse of such states. I admit I'm struggling with it. I might have bitten off more than I can chew. I don't think so. Just wait until we get our cake, and I'll show you what it looks like to bite off more than one can chew. Ha 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 ha. I clap for the statement, though. If you really feel that way, I probably shouldn't mention it, but this is Zoller's field too. But he is a proud man and maybe disinclined to help. I believe he's beginning to consider you a rival. You might try Elric. He's done some similar work. Every time I approach him, I find him asleep. Yes, he does enjoy his afternoon naps. A difficult wall to breach. Would you look at my equations? I would value your opinion. If you like, but I assure you this is outside my expertise. Thank you, Nenner. You are a good friend. There's Mark Kurt. The painter. I was him last episode. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Franz Markert, the artist. Sir, this is an honor. I saw your latest painting of the lieutenant. Captivating. What can we do for you? About your friend here, Shell. Emile Shell. You must forgive me, but I've been studying you from across the room. Oh? The layers of you are contradictory somehow. Layers. Contradictory? Not at war with one another, but a duality. Changing. At first I thought one thing, but later I saw another in conflict with the first. Changing, you say. I must paint you. I would be honored. Excellent. You present a challenge I've never faced before, but I promise you I will capture you. My workshop is at Hollenstrasse 10. Please come at your earliest convenience. Gentlemen. Pray continue your lunch. In the beginning, he thought differently about me than in the end. I must leave now. Go along. I might just help myself to another piece of Satratort. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Whoops. Exit cafe. Remus Lupin, a good colleague indeed. I wonder if we're gonna get to reveal that we're a woman at some point. I need to get out of these uncomfortable clothes. I almost feel like we're going to be presented with... This is a prediction. I feel like we're going to be presented with a scenario where we can either reveal our theory, but remain a man, or try and get credit as a woman, but fail to get our idea across. We'll see. That's just a prediction. But I feel like we're going to be presented with something like that. Every change occurs over time. The painter. When he first observed me, he thought one thing. But then he changed his mind. Yes. Every change has an origin and a destination state. A falling leaf starts still attached to its branch, and then just a few moments later, it rests on the ground. Finally, I can build a relation between these states in my theory. Yes. It's starting to come together. I can feel it now. To meet the painter, but not like this. Later at the artist's workshop. You see far too much, sir. And that's because I told them to strip down before. A few hours later. Phew. That did not go as I had hoped. Well, that would be why he saw duality. Days later. Let's go right back to the cafe. I just want a spot at a cafe where I can meet people and talk about science. Good day. I would love that. Wouldn't that be great to just have, I'm sure such things exist, but just like a club where you could just like present science stuff you found? I have to pass some time, although maybe we'll have some streams about that in the future. You know, just the thought, but not that I have anything planned. But you never know. I have to pass some time until the members of the Radius arrive. Cough. Oh no, does this man have the tuberculosis? Has he been stricken? Where is everyone? Not here. Oh, do you know when the others will arrive? Later. Nenner is holding classes. Should be here shortly. Ulrich is at the library, studying. Nikic and Worm are always late. Not sure about Zoller. Well, your field of expertise is number theory, yes? Correct. I would like your opinion on the state of my research. I believe that every change has an origin and a destination state. It matches functions based in complex analysis. Origin plus change equals destination. You are onto something profound. Continue. Thank you, Roch. I guess I'll come back later. Cough. Goodbye. Okay, now we have to go through the arduous process of getting out again. Change has a beginning and an end state, but what if I can't see the end? There's our socialist friends again. There's a Tom. Wait, who is this Cloud dude? He's one of the mathematicians. We talked to him the first time we were in there, but he always has a cloud of what I assume is pipe smoke around him. There's a Tom Scott thing I went to, an evening of unnecessary detail. It was a night of 5-minute presentations of PhD students presenting on their research at a comedy club. It was a lot of fun. That does sound like my idea of fun. I would love to do something like that. it's not science, but history. I would say the closest thing I've done to that is there is a podcast called The Dollop, which is two comedians, and one researches a weird history topic, and the other one just kind of listens in. And they do a podcast on that. And I saw them live in Milwaukee, and that was great fun. Oh, you've heard The Dollop. Yeah, they're awesome. I love them. I haven't listened to them in a while just because I've kind of been busy with stuff, but I love them. Excuse me, I was wondering. Shell, what a surprise. Oh, hello, Elric. Huh. I came here to get some kind of advantage for the next problem of the week. But even here you best me. You are always fast asleep. I didn't know you cared. Of course I care. 1 minute I doze off while thinking about the solution to the problem. Next I wake up, the problem is solved. With you quite smug next to it. How do you do it? Well, the change transpires while you are asleep. Without observation during a time frame, the change must seem instantaneous. Well, yes, but... Humph. You're right. If I were to be awake while you solve the problem, I could observe the change myself. Exactly. You've given me something to think about. I will see you later in the radius, yes? Yeah, Justin, I highly recommend The Dollop. There is one episode in particular. It is one of their... Look up an episode, Justin, called, I think, Jetpack Madness. It is about the history of jetpacks, and you would never believe how much drama there was in the jetpack world. It's an insane listen. Okay, weird fact, but I listened to my favorite murder, two LA creative types, one comedian, one TV writer that talk about murder, and one of them dated one of the Dollop's hosts, and they shout out the Dollop a lot because of it. That's how I found out about them. Oh, well, I've heard of my favorite murder. I just haven't listened to it. Oh, and you know what? Funny little sidebar about the Dollop. So when I saw them live in Milwaukee, so we went. It was like a bar theater type setup, and so we took our seats. I was there with my brother and dad, and they're getting the show started, and they're about to go on, and the guy who does all the research, I can't remember his name, but they both walk out on the stage and he's like, shit, I don't have my iPad, I'll be right back, and he just leaves. And the other guy's name is Gareth. This was not a bit. Gareth is like, okay, well, if his iPad is back at the hotel, it's gonna be a bit. And so he just vamped for 20 minutes. He did like one of his stand-up routines, and it was pretty good. And then the other guy came like running in all sweaty and stuff. He legit forgot his iPad with all of his research at the hotel and had to run back to the hotel on foot to go and get his iPad. That must have been terrifying for Gareth, and he is a comedian, but he's like, just so you know, this is like untested bits that I'm doing right now, and it was pretty good. You know, considering the amount of immediate pressure he was put under, he did very well. And thank you for the host, Chef. I appreciate it. Ah, Shell. Solar is at the hospital again. His poor sister. Are you all right? Don't worry about the cough. It's just the smoke. Shell. Emil, I'm sorry. Your theory. I feel so far out of my depth, I'm drowning in variables. Forgive me, my friend. I appreciate you taking the time. Do you have the papers I gave you? Now, don't be angry. I gave them to Zoller. He is your best chance. Haven't you seen the way he studies me now? How many of them do? They watch every move I make. They want to see me trip up. I'm sure you're wrong. I'd like you to address my class. Me? But what can I talk about? Math, you ninny. I wouldn't expect you to expound upon the care and feeding of Lipizzaneer horses. Bedtime for me, by the way. Good luck for the home stretch. Night all. Thank you so much, Justin. We will catch you later, my dude. Thank you for stopping in. And you have yourself a good night. Will you do it? Yes, my friend. For you, I will humiliate myself before your students. Magnificent. We'll arrange a date for you to speak. Can't you see all the variables still unsolved? Gentlemen, why don't you just ask Emil here? I'm sure he can end your disagreement with a single stroke. Where would be the fun in that? Exactly. My God, they've just agreed. They're both right. Here we go again. At first, it might be unsolved, but in time, it will be finished. That's it. Shell? What? I'm sorry, I can't stay right now. This chapter is episode is taking a lot longer than the other ones. I need to get out of these uncomfortable clothes. Nikik and Worm agreed whether the result of the equation was already found or not. So in a given time frame, a change can collapse? No. Well, yes, but at a given time frame, the change can be ongoing. At the moment of observation, the change can either be final or ongoing. Yes. The falling leaf doesn't stop falling just because I stop looking at it. But where will the change lead then? Nicole, I know what this looks like. Yes? The last few weeks I saw a mister going into your apartment. A lot. I thought you were just having an affair with an impossibly handsome man. I didn't understand why you wouldn't introduce me. It would have been difficult. Ha ha ha. That's for sure. Nicole, give me a moment to change, then I'll try to explain. Lesai. I'm not playing dress up. You're not? Emma. What do you want me to call you then? I'm still Emma. But I feel I'm more than that. I know. I'll call you M. That's what you both have in common. M? Haha. I like that. I wish I could go live with Uncle Leos again. We tried it, but he was too busy running the inn. I'm sure he would love for you to stay with him, if it were possible. I know. Maybe someday. Right? Where are your parents? New York. Nicole, do you understand why I dress as a man sometimes? I think so, and I won't tell. You can't do what you want to either. You can't be who you are. Who you feel you are. It shouldn't matter if you have a dream. Everyone dreams. Everyone should have the right to try and make their dream come true. Look, there's little Gustav. Yeah, I know, that was very sweet of little Nicole. His name means warrior. I wonder if he dreams of being a soldier. He can be if he wants to. No, he told me he dreams of dessert mostly. Why must only men go to war? I don't know. Anyone who has gotten on the wrong side of Frau Knutz here would not want to meet her on a battlefield. There's Miss Dorfel. She's a music student. I bet she dreams of playing in a big concert hall someday. She has a talent women are allowed to have. But did you know only men can be first violin in an orchestra? I think we should have lots of dreams, and all of them should come true. That would be wonderful. Wouldn't it? What's the matter? You look funny. What we become, it doesn't have to be a single dream. You're right. In a change, goodness gracious, in a change, the destination could be a set of states. Nicole, you're a miracle. Nicole, where are you? It is time for your sewing lesson. Sewing, yuck. Emma, you just saw it. Perfectly formed. Remember, the destination state can be... Where do I find multiple states? The destination state of observation can be a set of states. Of course. If I turn away while watching the falling leaf, it could land, yes, but it could be picked up by a gust of wind or disintegrate into dust. Not too likely, I'm afraid. Oh, Emma, you're almost there. Almost there. Meanwhile, Kara, I need your help. Your advice once again, dear sister. Ever since childhood, I have relied on you. I can't stop now. Is this strange Berliner who we have allowed into the radius? He vexes me. Days have turned to weeks and he shows no sign of leaving us, and leave us he must. He is a cancer eating at our little troop. The other fellows resent him. Each time he solves the problem of the week, I can see the contempt for us in his eyes. And now this. This. I should do the bitter man voice. Nana gave me Shell's current research. It's my field after all. But Shell would never ask me for help. No. It's good, Kara. I think I see where he's heading though, and it is a dead end. I think I could help him, but I hesitate. Why? Because I fear him. I fear he will prove it. He's not there yet. But one day, sooner rather than later, he could cast all of my work into shadow. I can't allow that to happen, can I? No, you're right as always. I can't allow it. First, I will appeal to his sense of justice. I may be able to convince him to turn away from this line of research and return to Berlin. If not, I must defend myself. You understand that, don't you? Your brother Gernot must defend his honor. Our family honor. I'll go to him. His address is on these papers Nutter gave me. I'll go. Reason with him. And if he refuses to listen to reason, why, in that case, I will destroy him. The next morning. He is a weird-ass bitter man. Those turnips are fresh off the truck. I've never known how to prepare turnips. They are like wood. Ah. You cook? Peculiar. There's a trick, you see. Most people boil the turnips for 40 minutes or so, depending on how big they are, and leave it at that. That softens them up, but you aren't done yet. If you're not careful, they lose their flavor. Another reason I've avoided them. I don't boil, I roast. I cube the turnips and roast them for the same length of time. But there is a secondary step. If you fail to do it, they will still not appeal. I am not convinced. Just wait, hear me out. When the roasted cubes are soft and golden brown, I toss them with some apple cider vinegar and parsley. The vinegar locks in and enhances the flavor. I don't have time for a secondary step. That sounds like it would take ages. It sounds... Wait! To maintain the flavor, a secondary change is required. Now you have it. Won't you buy one? One? I'll buy 2, 3. No, a dozen. Why do I now want to roast turnips? Need to get out of these uncomfortable clothes. Yet again. Now, what did the vegetable vendor say? He talked about maintaining a state. Yes. What was it he did to keep the flavor in the turnips? Ah. To maintain a state of a change. Uh-oh. Oh, no! Oh, it's just Nicole. I'm glad you're here. Oh, no. We're going to cook turnips. Turnips? You know I hate cooking, Emma. Emma? Shell is that woman? This changes everything. The same evening. We have no weekly challenge this week because Zoller has lost faith in us. Lost faith in you, possibly. Zoller knows there will always be a place for an applied mathematician like me. Emil. Will tomorrow evening be convenient? My class meets at 7. Yes, my friend, I will be there. Shell! I have read your research. It's a claptrap. He looks like Dr. Eggman, doesn't he? From Sonic. The meanderings of an unfocused illogical mind. You are wrong, Professor. I am much further along since I wrote these notes. I can hear the lion's song. I believe I am very close to a solution. Then let us put it to the test, shall we? A debate at the university at your earliest convenience. If you are man enough. If you insist, then so be it. You are a fraud, Shell. Your hesitation proves it. I'm speaking to Professor Nenner's class tomorrow evening at 7. Will that be soon enough? That will do nicely. But this should not be confined to Professor Nenner's class. We will debate in the main lecture hall, before the mathematics faculty and students of the University of Vienna. Do you agree? I agree. Why, Zoller? You are wrong to do this. All will become clear tomorrow, Nenna. And I promise you will be surprised, and then finally, all will be as it should be again. What's little Lupin up to? Ooh, that's the art critic, I think. Whom we romanced in the last episode. Oh, does he know? Emil, You forgot to take off Emil's glasses. I am Emil as well as Emma. I am not one or the other. Your name is Emma? Reknizik. The first time I visited the Radius, I was dressed as you see me now. I'm sorry. I remember a brief interruption. A woman. I don't remember what she looked like. There's no reason you would. It was a woman. Does Zoller know? No. No one does except a little girl upstairs, my friend. Will you come in? It would not be proper. I don't understand. We are friends. Emil and I are friends. You are Emma. The two of us together in your room alone. It wouldn't be right, but I understand, I think. I also am not what I pretend to be. Are you going through with the debate? Oh, yes. I promise I will be there. Then I hope. I hope Zoller doesn't find out. He would crucify you. Ooh, what is Lupin alluding to there? He's also not as he seems. He is a werewolf. Plot twist. Where is he? Professor Shell appears to be late. I cannot say I am entirely surprised. However, we will wait and hope a few more minutes. Mike, drop. I think that is Professor Shell. Shell is a woman? Professor Shell, at last we see you in your true colors. If that even is your real name. Let's honor our little friend. My name is M. M? Have you ever heard a name like that? Maybe it's shorthand for emancipated? What sort of name is that for a woman? Ah! A woman. I am here to debate mathematics, not gender. Gentlemen, I am sure you agree this farce should be called off. I disagree, Professor. You are a junior professor. You should take care. We disagree. Let her speak. I am a professor of mathematics. What we teach, what they came to learn, would you deny them that opportunity? They will learn nothing here from that woman. Then you would deny them the opportunity to learn from you? We want to learn. Let us learn. I defer to my colleagues. Gentlemen, the last time I checked, this was an institute of learning. May the students learn. Gentlemen, to avoid a revolution, I suggest we let the debate continue. I agree. So be it. This ends now. I've read your sorry attempts to come up with a theory of change. Maintaining a state of change. Preposterous. Is it? Should we throw down the gauntlet? Let's do it. Maybe you are out of your depth. Functions of change can be quite hard to grasp. What? But this is my field. Ouch, that hit home. Do you know what they're talking about? Professor Shell's theory. It's M. Pay attention. Oh, shut up. I will disprove your theory right here, right now. And I will prove it. Let's begin with the foundations of your, dare I call it, paper. A few minutes later. There's a number of things to notice about change. First and foremost, change happens over time. That's obvious. Yet I don't see it on your side. Imagine a falling leaf. It's falling over time. Ahem. That makes sense. She's right. Zoller looks like he's going to explode. Ah, so that's what she meant. Yes, I knew that, of course. The next step, then. Now, hold on just a moment. This point right here. For that to work, you have to establish a range of reference. Not so fast. Is that Professor Elric? I believe so. He's awake. Shell once mentioned your exact point, long before you did. He did? That is surprising, nonetheless. Yes, that's from my theory. Well, I can't see it here. Only then can you see the states in every change. Uh-oh. I wouldn't want to be her. The leaf. Yes, yes. We know. at the moment of observation, a change can be final or ongoing. What is happening? And your time is almost up. For if the change is indeed ongoing, by the time you finished observing it, it would be final, yet ongoing. And that, madame, is what we call a paradox. Did I screw up? Oh no, that's it. I feel bad for her. No. M. There it is! Shell M is a fraud. What happened? That can't be it. I was so sure. I saw it. There must be more to it. She was right about the beginning and the other points. Wait a moment. Now. There's a mistake in your thinking. Mistake? If you write it like this. Oh, please. You're making a fool of yourself. Change your perspective, see? I suppose one could... Correct. Zoller, you know it is. Let me move over. Let me check that. I didn't think of that. He didn't either. That's brilliant. If I stop observing it while it is still falling, the leaf might land on the ground, or it could be picked up by a gust of wind. How poetic. Ha! So you know something about changing. No wonder. You are constantly changing from one disguise to another. What's that got to do with anything? Oh, that is a low. Wondering what to wear, I bet. Ha ha ha. That's not funny. Terrible. Your little addendum changes nothing. You're either one or the other. Two states. Nothing in between. There don't need to be only two states. That's what I've been trying to say. During the observation, a change can be final or ongoing. We can't be certain of all the states, but I can prove the existence of such states. Could you move a little? She's actually doing it. You can understand her? This is getting exciting. Oh, this is nonsense. I've read your paper. Your theory has more holes than Gouda cheese. Your expertise stinks to heaven. We're going for the throat. Enough of this. I know you can't prove it. Your theory was incomplete. Uh-oh. You were nowhere close to the proof. A state of change cannot be maintained. It can be maintained. Changing from Emma to Emile. And from Emile to Emma. A secondary inverse change. I am Emma and Emile. I am Emma and Emile. I am the proof. No. That isn't. He did it! Surprising. She did it. Magnificent. He did it. That's brilliant. Your arguments. I respect your efforts, Professor. Without Professor Zala's help, I would never have arrived at the solution to a problem that has haunted me for years. He was courageous enough to risk his reputation and face me in debate in his field. Ask yourselves, how many of you would have been so fearless enough to do that? If I were still wearing my top hat, I would take it off and salute him. Now it's time to make peace. Let us be bold in our theories and in who we are, and keep looking for truth with an open mind. Right here. When I looked through that window, it hit me. At the time, I couldn't fathom what would happen, of course. My theory of change. My own change. So this is where Shell began. Yes. This isn't easy for me. But I thank you for not ridiculing me in front of the faculty. You are a worthy mathematician, Professor Reknizek. But enough dwelling in the past. We have theories to postulate, you and I. I can rely on you for that, no? As long as our theories stay real. These wordplays are not funny. Am I being too irrational? Ugh. Wait. Not to worry, I still have some more. What have I gotten myself into? %74% also spent equal time as a meal. 91% also agreed to be painted. 46% became friends with Nicole too. Only 46%? Why did no one else want to be her friend? 90% agreed to speak in front of the class. 88% decided to spare Zoller too. Okay, well. That was episode 3 of The Lion's Song. It took a little bit longer than I had anticipated, so I think we will try and pick that up again in a future stream. We'll finish the last episode. I think we'll try to get to that this week. I have some things in IRL that I need to address. So, to everyone who stopped by this evening to hang out and experience this 3rd episode with us, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will be back on tomorrow. I may be a little bit later depending on how work goes. I am doing a bit of traveling tomorrow, but I shall return home. But until then, thank you all. Love you guys. Be excellent to each other. And I shall see you soon. Have a good night.